Hi, I'm Andrew Berry and welcome to At the Bench and welcome to another product review. Well, the item I got to talk about today is this Pepe Tools pen plating machine. A wonderful piece of kit that in fact I wondered how I've ever managed without it. It's a really good invention. Now in our main workshop we've got a plating bath where we can rhodium plate, where we can gold plate. But that really is not selective. We have to plate a whole ring. If we just wanted to plate the head, for instance, plate it in rhodium and have the ring shank yellow, well then we'd have to use a stopping off lacquer or a stopping off pen to paint over the areas that we don't want plated. But this particular machine, you use these pens here on the top to selectively plate your chosen metal onto whatever area you want, without the need of stopping off lacquer or a stopping off pen. It comes basically, it is such a simple and easy piece of kit to use, and I'll explain now. What comes in the kit is the main body, the main unit like this. We have 3 separate jars, and within these jars you would put your rhodium plate or you put your gold plate. You have 3 separate pens, all color coded obviously, so you don't contaminate the solutions. You've also got then the connectors on the back here. You've also got one little lead here with the crocodile clip that will enable you to make the current and the circuit, so the electricity will pass through the crocodile clip to the item and from the pen onto the item as well. It has a simple on-off switch on the back. And on the right hand side here we've got a rotary control, and that varies the voltage that flows through the pen and through the solution. You would use a low voltage for a small item, but then you would increase the voltage if you were plating a large item, for instance. So say you were just say rhodium plating a ring upon a pendant that perhaps you've just soldered on. Well then you would turn the voltage down to quite a low voltage because the jump ring would be small. If you were plating perhaps a large item, and I've got one to show you now in a moment, then we would turn the voltage up because the piece is going to take more voltage. There's going to be more voltage needed, so we would turn the voltage up. There is no set guide that you can refer to. It really is trial and error. If you're plating and the plating doesn't quite look bright enough, well then alter the voltage and see what it looks like then. As I say, the kit comes with the main unit, the pots, the pens, and also a selection of replacement fibre tips as well, because they will wear out or they will contaminate, they will discolour, and you really do need to replace them if any problems occur. Also what you'll be needing some solution, some plating solution. And I've got here some rhodium solution, and I've also got some yellow gold plating solution as well. This kit is available from Sutton Tools and other major tool suppliers, and they've actually supplied me with these 2 little bottles here that I'm going to decant into the respective pots on the unit here. You do have to be careful with it because the solutions are classed as dangerous, hazardous, so you must be very careful. Always have a bowl of water by the side of you, so should you actually get these splashed upon your skin, you can wipe them off. If they get in your eye, well, seek medical assistance straight away. Ideally wear some sort of eye protection with anything like this. It's better to be safe than sorry. So we've got the solutions that we're going to put into the pots here. White, this area here is white, this goes to a white pot. White is rhodium, so we will simply put the rhodium solution, which is this one here, and we'll pop that into there. So that's our rhodium solution. Even though it's yellow, it's rhodium solution. Now you've also got 2 other containers here. There's a red and there's going to be a yellow. The red, I would assume that would be perhaps for a rose gold plating or something other than gold. The yellow, that is this one here, I would use for yellow gold plating. and we're going to pour that in there, and that's a lovely colour. I love that colour. So that's my gold solution, even though it's purple. So that's my setup all ready and complete. We've got the corresponding pens here. There's caps upon the pens. So a yellow pen corresponds to the yellow, the red pen corresponds to the red, and the white pen corresponds to the rhodium solution. And those all fit in respectively there. And that is so you don't cross-contaminate and use a rhodium pen in a gold solution, because that would render your solutions useless, and also you just wouldn't plate with them. So I've got two items by the side of me here. I've got a leaf here that has been made out of precious metal clay, PMC. I'm going to basically just gold plate the front of that. And I've also got a ring here that we've retipped and we've re-cleaned, but as you can see, the under bezel here, the claws are all going back to yellow. So this would be a one-piece casting, and they've rhodium plated the head, and so we're going to just basically tidy up underneath, make all that nice bright and white again, just to bring it back as new, and we're going to be rhodium plating those particular items. So these have been through the ultrasonic, they've been cleaned, they've just been dabbed dry and a bit of towel in, so in theory there should be no grease upon the surface here, so those should be nice and clean. What I'm going to do first is to gold plate the leaf. So I'm just going to bring that in here. So we're going to get the gold solution. Now don't remember, the gold solution, yellow gold, is in the yellow tub, and the voltage here is set at 7.2, but as it's a large item I'm going to increase that to roughly around about 13. The wire, one of the wires here has a crocodile clip on it. We are simply going to attach that to the leaf. We're going to attach that onto the bail as we got it there. Put that out of the way. And we use now the yellow pen. It basically looks like a felt tip pen. And it has the fibre tip already on this. Keep the lids because they'll easily become lost. I'm just going to open that solution first, like that. Again, perhaps colour code the lids so the lids don't get swapped over and get cross-contaminated either. So I've got my pen. I'm just going to dip the tip into the solution. Now the tip is porous, it's like a fibre, and I want that just to suck up some of that solution, and it sucks it up through capillary action. Like that. So dab off the tip. So now on the end of this pen and within the fibre tip is the gold plating solution, and all I have to do is purely paint on where I want the gold to be. And as I move the brush, depends on how good the camera is, you can actually see the gold being painted on. Now it's running out now, so I'm just going to dip it back into the solution like that, and basically just paint the gold plating over the leaf. Depends, and you can go nice and slowly over it, and you can get into all the little nooks and crannies of this particular leaf. If you think, well, okay, well, let's increase the voltage, we can increase that up to, oops, let's move that out of the way. Let's increase that up to 17 and a half, and let's try. Sometimes a different voltage will create perhaps a different colour, perhaps a darker colour or a lighter colour. I'm just going to go over this 1/2 of leaf here, and let's just see how that's going to come out. So there, that's something that's very quick. And I've basically just plated 1/2 of the leaf. You can see in the picture there, it's just turned. It hasn't really gone into the depths of the veins of this particular leaf, but it's given a lovely look upon the top of it. If you move the pen too fast, it's not really going to plate very well, but just move it slowly where you want the plating to be, and it will plate. There. And if you find an area that's a little bit stubborn, just leave the tip on it and it will plate directly underneath the tip. So there, that's something that's very quick. Obviously I've just literally spent a couple of minutes going over this. You would perhaps spend obviously a bit longer going over, making sure that it's all perfect, but just for the purpose of this demonstration, it's just to show you how that looks. Don't forget now to put the pen lid back on and put that into position, and then don't forget to put the lid on your solution because you don't want that evaporating. It's an expensive solution, you just want to keep it in the container. So that's something that's very, very quick. You can see the gold plate effect upon the leaf.